Hello folks, Kaz here from BlockheadUK. In Micropolis tutorial number 4, I showed you how by playing with some window elements in various colours, it led me to the idea to build this block. I started with a cross-shaped floor plan and built up each layer using the same bricks in the same order, but shifting their position by one stud as I built up each floor. I was left with a pleasing pattern. So, as you can see, from those elements, I built something quite complicated. Just by using these 4x6 plates every time. We've got some wings on each side, and making an interesting cross shape there. And eventually coming out in the middle with a taller part to give some variety in the height as well as the colour schemes. I don't think I'm quite happy with the way the roofs are working out, so I'm just going to do a little work to that too. Why am I not happy with the roofs? Well, they're a bit flat, if I'm honest, so what I'm going to do is attempt to put a single plate under each of these, just to give them a little bit of elevation and make things slightly more interesting. Yeah, already I think that looks a bit better. Doesn't really obscure the windows down here too much. Anyway, the planners have approved it, so that's what's happening. The residents don't make much fuss, it has to be said. This could be tricky to get in because actually I might have to briefly take those out. There we go. They will fit back in again afterwards, but probably have to do the same the other side too. But we'll see when we come to it. So yes, the thing about roof texture, these things look good as air vents or air conditioning units and whatever. Sometimes they look better flat, sometimes they look better with just a little bit of elevation. Just depends on the rest of the roof and how you've built it really. I had thought about putting some 1x2 cheese slopes around the edges instead of the grill pieces, but unfortunately I don't have enough of them to finish the job properly, so I'm sticking with the grills, which I think look fine. But that again would have changed. In that case I probably would have left these flush with the roof here and had the cheese pieces around the edge to give it some height difference. So that's all of the downstairs roofs done. Just these two up top to finish. And there we go. Much improved roof line, I think. The only thing we still need to do, of course, is some landscaping around here. All four corners, which I've deliberately left empty for the moment until I finish the building to see what I thought might be the best thing to use. As we're on a pale blue base plate, I thought it might be fun to use some of these tiles as a little water feature. So these are some of the ones that I got from BrickTubers Bricklink order the other day, so I'm using bits already. And how about we do a kind of pond bit either side of the windows here. Oh no, I think I've done that wrong already from what I was hoping to achieve. It's always a game of play with it and see what happens. Now the first thing I want to do is put some paving slabs down. There we are. Now we want the water. So a bit fiddly here. Some water there, and I want some water there, so yeah, maybe. See, my plan is to use one of these, which picks up the orange from the build itself, and then another of these Technic pieces from BrickTubers, just to give a kind of bit of greenery going on. But I'm wondering actually whether I prefer two of these either side of the ball, so let's see how that looks. placing it there instead, and on there. Yeah, I think I prefer that being in the middle of the little courtyard part. So, another footpath bit there. More water. Because I'm using this pale blue, it shows through nicely underneath the darker tiles, which is quite effective. And another topiary ball thing. And finally, do the same for this one. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Now you may have seen earlier that the other 1x4 I quickly picked out of my parts thing has got some printing on it, so I'll go away and find some other stuff to use instead. Got interrupted and had to move a few things around, but anyway, we'll carry on. So, I found a couple of 1x2 tiles in light bluish grey to go at the back here. I know they're not quite the same as the front ones, but they're not seen so much around the back. Then another couple of 1x2 in the dark trans blue for water, and the final bit of topiary ball around the back. I'm liking the look of that a lot. Now you may have noticed I've taken the cut vehicles off from around the edge here. What I normally do is try and colour coordinate them, so when I go to a show and they fall off in the box in transport, I know which building they've come from. So let me just zoom out a little way so you can see what I've got. There we are, and I'll try and find some pieces to make some more vehicles that are colour coordinated. As if by magic, some bits have appeared. So let's make a bus first of all. 1x4 grey plate, 2 1x2 transparent plates, and a 1x4 tile. There we have a bus. Shall put that around there. Next, a little car, which is just a 1x2 jumper, and a 1x1 tile on top, which is where we started at the beginning of the video. Next, I thought I'd make some sort of pickup with a long wheelbase in yellow. So I've got 1x3 plate, 1x2 tile, and then just to give a bit of contrast here, a nice dark trans black cheese wedge. Can go there. And finally, a shorter wheelbase pickup in orange, a 1x2 plate, a 1x1 tile, and a transparent cheese wedge for the windscreen. And that goes on there. There we are, the finished article, which, considering I had no concept of what I was going to build first thing this morning, I'm pretty pleased with. I hope you've enjoyed seeing the process I go through when I do these sort of things, and maybe give you some inspiration to try out a building for yourself.
If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel so you can see new content when it is released.